Okay, so here we are at the Swinging Vine Zoo, and we are going to start our rebuild. I think that we need to start with, let me just zoom in here. Yeah, we're in play mode here. So this is kind of funny. I don't know why this happens. These guys are stuck. If I click on them, does it say? Oh, it doesn't say they're stuck. Sometimes it says I'm stuck, but these guys are stuck. I'm not sure why. I'm going to see if I can move them and kind of reset them. I don't know if my tables are too close. This is happening a lot right over here where I have some washrooms. Nobody's stuck right now, but I get a huge group of people right here just jumping up and down, asking for help, saying that they're stuck and they have no energy, they're hungry, they're thirsty, they need to go to the bathroom, and they can't do anything. They're just stuck in this area. So I'm not really sure why that happens. If anybody knows, you could please let me know. Maybe I just need to move this bathroom or adjust it somehow so that doesn't happen anymore. I don't know why. The other thing that happens over here, which is really odd, is I have a keeper hut and a staff room right over here, and I actually don't think it happens with the keeper, but my caretakers get stuck right here looking for this staff room. And I get an alert that says I have a caretaker who cannot access a staff room. So I just pick him up, I plop him down over here, and he goes right in the staff room. So I'm not really sure why he's getting stuck over here instead of taking the path over here to the staff room. Okay, so again, still see we have lots of these traffic jam areas where we have a lot of people. This is a really big one. One thing I didn't know when I was making this zoo was that I could expand the path with this little trick. Now, I don't know, maybe there's probably even better ways of doing this, and I don't know all of the tricks about the path yet, but if I grab, what did I use? Really pretty brick pattern cobblestone path. And I go here, oh yeah, I guess, yeah, I do. I don't want gates. I want, like, curbs are fine, but no railings. Okay, railing on ground, no. So I turned off railing on ground queue and railing on elevated and railing on ground path, no railing. Okay, so if I go here, I hope this is gonna work. Oh, I'm gonna go back and make it smaller. Make my width just for, if I go here now, it might not work because I have something in the way, but if I go here and, yeah, it's not gonna let me. Okay, but let's still do it. So if I delete here, it makes this curve right here. So instead of a right angle, I've now got a curve here on the path. So I wonder if I can do it on this side too. And just to, I obviously can't continue it, but I think that's enough to now, if I just right click and delete, oh no, see, that's no good. Sometimes it just deletes all my path, but on this side it worked. If I right clicked and deleted that little jut out part, and it made this curved area. So I wonder if I can do it again, if it will be more curved. Nope, it's the same amount of curved. Okay, now it's some wood pathway, so I need to fix that. So I really want this one curved too, but I don't think it's going to let me. If I do this and click to add the path here, it's so finicky. No, it's not going to let, oh, it was blue. There, if I do that, now if I delete it, is it going to delete everything? Yes. Okay, so I'm not undo. I'm not going to do that. Trying to make this little section here curved too, but it's not working. So hopefully that little curve will alleviate some of the congestion in this area, but we'll see. Okay, I'm going to close my path. And so today, like I said in the intro tour, the first tour of the Swinging Vine Zoo, I started rebuilding with some of my new knowledge over here in my Chimpanzee House, and I'm really happy with this, except for my bridge is a little bit too high, so I had to raise these fences up too high, and it does cause a bit of an obstruction when you're viewing from this viewing area. So, but other than that, I'm really happy with this whole area. I might go in and put some kind of a border barrier, perimeter, something support along this side of the river here, just to make it look a little bit more complete, and some foliage in this area here to build that up a little bit. Right now I have some funny things over here. I have This is a pre-made habitat that I used to have for my chimpanzee house, and I moved it out of the way in case I wanted to use any part of it. I plopped it down over here, but it made a big hole in the ground, and this is the not something I'm going to keep, I don't think. And that, so I just had to delete all of this. And then over here was my first attempt, or my first building, which is not great. It's not bad, but like I really do not like the roof, and there's a lot of problems with this building. But this was my first chimpanzee house building, or viewing viewing area, and I at this point had not realized that I could build a building for my chimps to go into. So this was really just looking into their outdoor habitat. So I trashed this, and sorry, I'm just gonna fix it. I know my camera moving is awful. Okay, there. So I trashed that, and I made this building so that you can see from this viewing area outside, and then from this viewing area in here outside, and also inside their hard shelter area there, their inside shelter area. Okay, so this was built up. I redid. I'm pretty happy with my mandrills as well. Look, he just jumped down over here, and I do really like this Mandrill Island. It's got concrete all around for the to keep the water in. Actually, an invisible barrier down there, and their hard shelter here is made out of these brick walls, and then I've just got rocks kind of overlaid on top of them to make it look like this rock shelter. And they're pretty happy here. Oh, did you see that? Okay, and they have a lot of climbing area. And we can see them from lots of different places. From here, from these windows, from this bridge, and from this area back here. So I think I'm pretty happy with Mandrill Island. I think Chimpanzee House and Mandrill Island are done. So I need to move on to something else. And I think the next project that I should do is, I really do need to make these guys a proper house, not just these shelters. But I think actually before I do that, I am going to make one for our aardvarks, I think. Okay, so it makes the most sense to me to do this next because I do have this hard shelter for the chimpanzees. No, I'm sorry, this is for the gorillas over here. And I think it would be not too hard to extend this and make an inside area for our aardvarks right here. And like I said in the last video, they're very shy, and they're so shy that I had to go into the settings and I had to turn off. Oh, no, that's not what I wanted to do. I had to go into the settings and I had to turn off, okay, animal settings. There was like a stress, social welfare. No, that wasn't it. It was, not habitat welfare, animal stress. I had to turn that off because they were just stressed all the time. So I actually have cheated here and turned off the stress for now. And then I'm going to build them an inside area where they can get away and hide and have a little bit more security and safety shelter. And then I will turn that back on. So that is just more accurate, more closer to reality. Okay, so I'm gonna just take, I think I'm going to, now I never know if I should pause, play, and get rid of all these people to build. Yeah, I think I should. So they're not, and the animals too. Oh, so they're not moving all around while I'm building. Okay, so I think the first thing I need to do is box up these animals. So I guess so they're fine during the build, I will send him to, and then I'll have to play again. I forgot about that. Okay, send him to the trade center. Where's the other little one? There he is. Oh, the little baby. Obioma. Oh, very cute. Okay, move him to the trade center. Guess I'll have to play while they do that. Oh, that's pretty fast. So I think now I don't have anybody in here. Oops, that's weird. Why did that happen? Here, I'll call this one. I do have a keeper in here. I mean, a caretaker. No, a keeper. Okay. Yeah, the caretakers, I used to think when I started that they were for the habitats, but the caretakers are just for the public areas and the keepers are for the habitats. So I've got a keeper in there and I have no animals. Perfect. Okay, so that means I can pause and get started on the build. Okay, so I'm really sorry about this, but I seem to have lost the video of adding all of the foliage. Oh my goodness, all of the foliage to the Aardvark Habitat. So I am just going to take you on a tour of the finished habitat. Okay, so here we are. Actually, I'm going to play because then we can see how cute these guys are. I think the last time that we were here, when we were building the structure, their shelter, we had Mandala, I can't remember the other one, and we had Obioma. But since then, I had not paused the gameplay while building, and the little Obioma grew up and became an outsider because our two little aardvarks, Mandala and Salma, are pretty happy, just the two of them, and they get overcrowded as soon as their little one grows up. So Obioma has been moved out and released to the wild, but since then they've had another little one. This is Rafiki. Oh my goodness, here, let's see. Yeah, Rafiki, a little boy. He's growing up fast too. They grow up so fast. I'm tempted to pause the aging of the animals just to keep all these cute little ones young, but but I would need to time it perfectly, so everybody had babies, and I don't know if I can do that, so we might just continue and let it progress naturally. So here is all of the foliage that has been added to the Aardvark Habitat. Their interior I brought down a little bit lower so it felt more cave-like. Added some rock work over here to make their drinking water look more natural, like a natural structure. And oh, their food is spoiled. We need a keeper to come and change their food. And added some foliage. I don't know why I am stuck on that word. Foliage around. Oh, let's see if it's still accessible. Around the little termite mound. It is partially accessible, so that's good because I think it looks really nice with some foliage around it, and they can still access it. We need a keeper to come and clean up this habitat and change that food. Okay, so then inside, I'm going to just lower down a little bit here. And inside it's got a lowered ceiling, so it feels a little bit more cave-like. Oh, I think I'm missing a window. Yes, so this is supposed to be our skylight. It's supposed to have a window to protect them against the rain, so that I'll need to go back and fix. And I think I'm missing a wall here as well. So I have early on did not know how to work on things that had been grouped. So using this, entering the group edit mode, and I often grouped things by accident together. So then when I would go back and delete something, it would delete everything that it was grouped with as well. So I may have had this wall grouped with something that I then deleted, and now it is gone. And same goes for this window. In fact, the window and the wall might have been grouped together. So I have since then learned a little bit better how to use the group edit, the grouping tool, and the group edit feature. So trying to avoid that in the future. It looks like this window was also grouped with whatever I deleted and is gone, so I'll have to replace those. So some of that rock work, whoa, has just been continued on in the inside, just because some of the rock work from the fountain kind of jutted through, so I continued it on and blended it in with some of the, I think we just had one rock here before. And then so we'll just go back out and do kind of an overall view. I wonder if I can back up just a little. Here we go. And here is our Aardvark Habitat. Okay, so next time I will be moving on to Lemurland. Yep, I hope you join me. Thanks for watching. Bye.